was more of kind of an evangelist going about to different church plants on the island of Crete, which was just south of Greece there in the Mediterranean Sea. All right, so looking here, he says in Titus chapter 1, verse 6, an elder must be blameless, faithful to his wife, a man whose children believe and are not open to the charge of being wild and disobedient. Since an overseer manages God's household, he must be blameless, not overbearing, meaning judgmental, coming down with authority on other people, not quick-tempered, not given to drunkenness, not violent, not pursuing dishonest gain, but be hospitable as one who loves good, okay? And hold firmly to a trustworthy message. This list here in Titus has only one additional qualification here. We have the last idea here in verse 8, where he says that he is holy and disciplined here, Titus 1, 6 through 8. That rather than he must be hospitable, one who loves what is good, self-controlled, holy, and disciplined. So in this way, we see Paul tells both Timothy and Titus the same things as they help establish elder leadership in both Ephesus and on the island of Crete here, that elders are supposed to be of good reputation. That's the word I'm looking for. Good reputation here as they would lead God's church. Okay? So those are what elders are supposed to be. So we've talked about what is it that elders do, and now we've talked about what is it that elders are supposed to be. Now, all of this is built upon the last one that I talked about, know, be, and do. You cannot be who you are called to be, and you cannot do what you are called to do if you do not know what you are called to do. Does that make sense? Like, that should be pretty obvious to us. I do not know how fast to drive my car on the road. I cannot control my vehicle at the right speed if I do not know the limit for the speed on that street. Okay? The same thing exists in biblical perspective. And Christians obey the commands of the Bible if we do not know the commands of the Bible. So obviously, in order for an elder to have the ability to teach, he must know the Word of God. In order for an elder to have a life that is above reproach, that is blameless, he needs to know what sin is. If he doesn't know what sin is, he won't know how to live by avoiding sin. If he doesn't understand how to walk in the Spirit, he will not then walk in the Spirit. If he doesn't know that Timothy tells him he's not allowed to be a drunkard, then he will not avoid alcohol and not be drunk. All right, so all of this aspect of being a disciple starts in knowing, and then what are the elders to be? This also carry out some of the administrative functions and some of the additional teaching functions of the church and over some ministries. But ultimately, the authority, lack of a better word, the authority lies with the senior pastor. And that is one model of church. It's not necessarily unbiblical. I do not think it is the best model.